Kim looks like a rock star here if Monica wins this set, being up 2-0 against Lisicki on the WTA Tour. So let's see if Monica can make that happen in World Team Tennis.
As a team, the Rollers are 7th in the league in women's singles. Puig is 17-23. Lisicki just 3-13 so far, so a good spot for the Rollers to cut into that deficit.
That's a great start from Monica. Getting up early in games, that's nothing to shy away from there. I know as a server, I want to be ahead, especially in that first game. I don't want to be 15-all at this point. I want to have that 30 love right here. You're going to see Sabine take really big cuts throughout this whole match. She's a big hitting player. She's going to try and move Monica around the court with her pace. That was such a great play by Monica. The 2 cross courts to the down the line to make Sabine not get too comfortable and too set in one corner of the court. Had her stretched out on that backhand. Roping her here to the forehand, roping her down the line. She had her off the middle, so she had that good precision to hit down the line.
Lisicki, 30 years old. She's making her World Team Tennis debut. Known for her big serve, in fact, has recorded the fastest serve on the WTA Tour. Did you know that, and do you know how fast it was? Don't look at my notes.
I only knew that because we just played them, and I heard it announced when she came out there. I don't know how fast it is. It has to be like 130?
131.
Oh, had another half point. Another half point.
Yeah, that's pretty big considering, you know, Serena getting there in the mid-120s. But you have not seen it get up that high in this season. I think she's nursing a little bit of a shoulder injury.
With all that tape, it's no wonder. Good absorption of pace there from Sabine. Monica does take a really good rip off of the returns. Sabine absorbing the pace and redirecting it to the open court there. As you can see, Monica moving right to left there. Sabine dictating the middle of the court with her forehand, having Monica on the ropes. That's how Sabine wants to win points. Having Monica on the ropes, controlling the middle of the court. It all starts from that first serve. First serve percentage is so big in women's tennis. I can attest because I don't always do it.
Also at one point had the record for most aces in a match. She had 27. That was back in 2015. That has recently been broken by Kristina Pliskova when she had 31 aces.
Not a good shot selection there from Monica. She's getting pushed back. You want to go high percentage. High percentage is either through the middle of the court or back cross court. Trying to go line just to get yourself back neutral was not the play there. Great placement with the serve, right on the line there, and it actually had some curve going to Sabine's right, kept her moving.
This time out wide on the deuce serve, swinging volley inside out. Monica Puig, 26 years old, of course, so well known for her Olympic gold back in 2016. And with Tokyo getting postponed one more year, she's still the reigning gold medalist. It's going to be 5 years holding that title.
Go!
A little bit of a wild forehand there from Sabine. She stepped in on that return. You could see her just move in halfway through the court. Had the advantage, just didn't get over the top of the ball to get it back down into the court.
Certainly been the issue for Lisicki so far this season. Keeping balls in play. Doesn't really have a plan B. Likes to stay aggressive. You can commend that, but missing too many shots so far. We've seen Lisicki lose 0-5 to Jen Brady, 2-5 to Gavortseva. If you're the Rollers, you need to get back in this. You definitely need a win, but you're hoping for a 5-2, 5-1, 5-3 win.
Definitely. It's tough with Sabine out there because she's such a hit or miss when she does play. And it's tough because you don't have really the backup of Kim Clijsters right now with her injury. So you're just hoping as the Empire to hold on to this lead and make sure Monica doesn't dent it too bad.
Yes, ma'am.
Again, stepping into that second serve, but not ready for that reply. It's not easy for Monica to deal with that pace, but you have to be ready for your opponent getting it back.
Closer look at these two with the UTR. You see Puig with the advantage. And both these players, Puig ranked a little higher on WTA Tour than the 103. So Puig certainly with the advantage here.
Puig has been dealing with a lot of injuries. I'm sure she has a protected ranking that's a lot higher that will get her into these WTA tournaments when she's ready to come back and play.
It's pretty nice right there.
Heck of a return. She's outstretched, out wide, goes cross court, but gets such a great angle on that ball. Good serve by Lisicki, but Puig ready for it, read it, stepped over there, and took a good rip at it. See, just too wild. It's time now for Sabine to settle down, make a lot of balls, stop giving Monica freebies. She needs to settle in and start making a lot more balls. That's taking pace away, rolling it a little bit more, sacrificing your pace for making balls.
Last time we saw Lisicki go down 3-1, that was against your Aviators 2 days ago. Kim Clijsters came to sub in against Christina McHale. Empire up 5 here, so they got a little bit of cushion, but we'll look out for that in case she goes down 3-1, 4-1. The good thing for Luke, still up 5 in the total column.
Luke is one of those coaches that is not afraid to sub in and out players. He uses the World Team Tennis format to the extreme and to a T and does it to his advantage really well.
Game Vegas.
Double fault in the net. Lisicki's down 3-1, but the Empire are still up 16-12. Second half of women's singles when we come back. Coco, we called it. Down 3-1 in women's singles. Luke Jensen goes to his Hall of Famer, Kim Clijsters. We're not surprised by this.
No, Kim's job here is to try and get this return to service game. You know Kim is struggling on her serve with her injury, but she needs to try and get 1, maybe 2 games for her team here.
And just one more note on Lisicki, because it's tough. We said she's 3-13 going to this match. She's a former Wimbledon finalist, 12 in the world. And I feel for Luke and I feel for her. They're going to need to get her going when they make this push to the playoffs. They are 4-4. They're right in the middle of it. So I get the idea of needing to get Lisicki going. But you got to get a win here. Not surprised by this substitution.
It's tough in this World Team Tennis format. When you start getting down, it seems like it's such an impossible climb to get back out of that hole. And Sabine getting some reps out here on the singles court with Kim's injury is a big help, but it's really now turning into a detriment with how many games she's lost, the amount of time she's getting subbed out. She needs a confidence builder.
Yeah, there's the standings right there. 2 teams at 4-4, one of them being the Empire. Last season, 8-6 was that 4th team to make it into the playoffs. Bunched up right there in the middle. Coco, just yesterday I called your match. Same thing happened in women's singles. You guys went down early. You came in for the substitution. How tough is that to come in kind of ice cold and finish off a set?
It's really difficult because your nerves are flying. I was extremely nervous. I was serving the first game I came in, stone cold, and it's a little, and you're playing against someone that's totally warm and ready. But that's what's actually so exciting as a player for me, getting out there and playing World Team Tennis, is you can get subbed in, subbed out at any time. You have to be ready. I had to throw on my ankle braces real quick to make sure those things were locked and loaded.
Go!
That's an example of Kim coming in cold. She hit a good return, but it's hard to get those feet going when you're coming in that cold with Monica being so ready to play.
Yeah, nice job for Monica. We talk about it's tough to come in as a substitute, but then you're on the other side of the net, you face a different opponent. Nice hold there. Check out the total column, back within 3, and guess what? They got the Bryan Bros coming up in that 5th set.
15 love.
In battling through an abdominal strain, nothing too serious. That's why you'll see she's struggling a little bit on the speed with her serve. A 5-1 win would be just what the doctor ordered for the Rollers. Down big in this match.
Just close the gap here for the Rollers. Just keep closing the gap. Kim, so great there. Those couple deep backhands and then rolling that forehand short in the angle, having Monica move from back up, forward. That's not always easy to do. This short angle forehand hits in the service box, and she's still so deep along the baseline, she couldn't get up to that ball.
40-30.
If Kim can get a good hold here, that will be such a momentum stopper against the Rollers. That'd be such a great effort by Kim. And there it is. Let's hope she can get it going for her team. and keep this momentum going for herself.
Now, if you're Puig, you're up 4-1. We're maybe going to close the gap to 2. But I don't want to say there's pressure on you when you're up 4-2, but there's a little bit of pressure on her to get this whole finish it and just be within 3 when we go to men's doubles for that 5th set.
Definitely. You don't want to be in a crunch situation against a Hall of Famer like Kim Clijsters. Kim right there, getting her team involved, having the momentum and the team atmosphere get pumped up in that point. That's half the battle in World Team Tennis, is when your team gets in a lull, getting them back pumped up and with you, behind you. Monica doing way too much with that backhand, having too much time to think. You can see it all over her face a little bit right now that she's overthinking the situation. Let's get this hold, let's get back onto the bench and have the Bryans finish this and close the gap for you.
Surprised they didn't maybe go to a Geico timeout, which is down love 30. Things are starting to move fast here for Puig, facing now 4 break points to get back on serve.
Great backhand by Monica. She stayed down low on that ball and got her racket head through it to get the depth and get the pace to beat Kim down the line. Kim, oh man.
You disappointed in her?
I mean, I'm just shocked that she was not ready to be able to hit that backhand volley. She hit a good drop shot, followed it in. Monica dug it, hit it right back to her. It was almost like the eyes got way too big. It was too easy of a shot and you just relaxed a little bit too much.
Good scrambling by Monica, but that might have been the easiest shot that Kim missed all day. She's fought off 2 break points. Puig still has 2 more to go.
Kim just defending and handling the pace of Monica's forehand there so well. And just like I said, that Sabine was not doing, giving Monica the opportunity to miss. And she just held her ground, made one more ball, and Monica just missing that forehand there, trying to overhit it just a little bit.
Yeah, great point. Clijsters comes into sub, playing a little better defense, making Monica hit extra balls. She loses the first game, but then she wins the next 2. Back on serve, 3-4, and the Empires can breathe a little bit now. They're back up 5 in the total column.
Bounce back game from Monica here will be so key for her and her team to keep the momentum moving forward. Ooh, just sailing a little bit long there, but if you could see how Kim is able to absorb the pace, give herself a little bit of height on that backhand when it comes deep on her. Look at her throw it up just a little bit and giving herself the opportunity to go from defense to neutral back to offense. Just couldn't execute that down the line.
15-30.
Kim Clijsters in 2011 becoming the first mother to hold that #1 ranking.
She's got her family here. They just came in last week. It's so fun to see her family watching her match every single time they're out there playing.
Kim now a mother of 3, inducted into the Tennis Hall of Fame in 2017. She comes out of retirement for a second time in 2020. She's now 37. She's back on tour. So great to have her here playing World Team Tennis. Oh, what abdominal strain. 98 miles per hour up the tee. That was clutch right there.
That was a great opportunity. She disguised that so well, throwing it up and pronating her wrist at the last second. Placement's key, especially when the MPHs aren't there for her. Just trying for too much there, Monica. Just feeling the pressure of what has actually happened. Being up the break, serving, and now she's stuck in a breaker here in this set. Just trying to go for too much, and Kim doing such a great job of giving her the opportunity to miss.
Puig up 4-1, drops the next 3 games, now at 4-all in women's singles. Empire feeling good up 19-13. There's a look at Christy On and Asia Muhammad. A lot of inconsistencies here in their lineup, and here's, you know, how they look all the way up and down the lineup. Not the best numbers. That's why they're 4 and 6. Men's singles, men's doubles. It's been the best for them so far.
There's your net court again. You gotta love it, Jeff.
Of course I do. Why would you not play it on the serve? It's the same thing. Ooh, can't do it on the serve. You can do it on the forehand, backhand, drop shot, overhead, but not the serve. Whoa, you can't do it on the serve. The sacred shot of
It's
tennis.
the holy grail, the serve.
Apparently.
Monica really needs to settle in here. Make sure she's getting these returns back in play. Don't give Kim any free points. You can't afford it in these tiebreaker situations.
First to 5, win by 1.
Great depth from Monica. She did nothing wrong there, but Kim is so good at absorbing the pace, giving herself some time, flipping up that forehand to make Monica run that extra step to get to that backhand. Back behind Monica there. Again, just absorbing Monica's return to serve, depth and pace, and redirecting it. Seeing Monica was leaning and just hitting behind her there on the second forehand.
Great job stepping in, getting her weight behind that forehand. Great effortless power.
I mean, I know when I saw Kim winning all those Grand Slams and coming back, she hugs that baseline so well, redirecting pace, hitting behind her opponent so well.
She's up 3-1, just a couple points away from giving her team a 7-game lead. into it. They're just loving everything that is coming off the strings of the Hall of Famer. Key point there for Puig, 2-3 now.
Monica getting let off the hook a little bit there. She was rolling those balls. They were landing a little bit too short. Kim trying to take her first opportunity and stepping into that forehand, just missing it a little bit long there.
Now goes back to the racket of Kim Clijsters. 3 serves for her. Whoever can win 2 out of these final 3 points will take this breaker.
Kim is doing such a good job of controlling the middle of the court with that forehand. Like I said, she hugs the baseline so well, but the second she gets an opportunity to move her weight forward into the court to redirect, she's doing that phenomenal here.
A little racket chuck from Puig. You can't blame her. She's up 4-1. She ends up losing 5-4 in women's singles. Another look at that serve plus forehand combo right in the corner.
This is not easy at all. Kim falling off her back foot there, but she closes the gap there for her team and extends the lead.